Hi, welcome to our Ranks Team channel. So now today we are going to start the CSS. Firstly, we'll see what is CSS. CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheets, and it's a style sheet language used to describe the presentation and formatting of a document written in HTML. Okay, so this is nothing but a style sheet language which we use to design the website. You can format and you can make it presentable to your website. Now, CSS allows you to control the visual aspects of a web page such as layout, colors, fonts, spacing and more. Now, it separates the content of a web page from its design, making it easier to maintain and update the appearance of a website. Means to say what? CSS allows you to maintain and update the appearance of a website. What design you want to put in your website. CSS is a style sheet language which is used to describe the look and formatting of a document written in markup language. I hope these all points you understood clearly. Now, why we use CSS? What's the importance of using CSS? CSS handles the look and feel part of a web page and gives better user experience. CSS is a time saver. It can manage the design of many web pages at once. Means to say, let's suppose we are creating any CSS file and you can put the same design to the other website also, right? Because whatever HTML tags we have, either it's P, A, image, table, form, unordered list, ordered list, any kind of HTML tags we have, that only we are going to use it for giving the CSS, right? So whatever website you will create, that will be created with the help of same HTML elements, right? So it can save your time and it can manage the design of many web pages at once. Now, CSS provides more detailed attributes than basic HTML to describe how your website looks and feels. Let's see the syntax of CSS. A CSS rule set consists of a selector and a declaration block. Declaration block have properties and values. Firstly, I will show you the example and then you will able to understand this picture. Firstly, I will create a folder and now in this folder, a file called .html. Okay, so firstly, I'm going to introduce how you can give the CSS and then we'll start the topics from basic. Okay, so for now, I'm going to take exclamation mark and I will write something here. Let's suppose firstly I will write h1 here and I will write my name. Then I'm going to write paragraph tag. Now if you will go and see the open with live server, it will show you something like this. Now we all know the meaning of attribute. Attribute means what? It always comes with equal to and double quote. So whatever attribute we are going to use, firstly we need to write that particular attribute name and then we need to write equal to and double quote together. For using the CSS, you need to write this style attribute. So firstly we'll write the attribute name, which is nothing but a style, and then if it's a attribute we need to write equal to and double quote. Now whatever things we are going to write, that should be always in middle of the double quote. Okay, so here if you want to give any CSS, for that firstly you have to give the property, which property you want to use to your website. Okay, so for now I'm going to take background color property, okay, and then I will give the cadet blue color. So this is a property and this is a value. Okay, this is a value for the given property. So we have so many properties in CSS. We'll show you one by one and then you can practice from yourself. So whenever you are going to write the property and value, it should be separated by a single colon, or in other words you can say in middle of the property and value this single colon is must. The browser will only understand if you are going to give this single colon, then only the browser will understand, okay, this is the property and this is the value. So this is compulsory. You need to give this single colon in middle of the property and value, and after writing the value you should end with the semicolon. This is also must. So this is a syntax of a CSS, how you can give the CSS in your website. This semicolon makes browser understand, okay, you are done with your value of the given property. Now if you will go and see, it will show you something like this. Now let's suppose you want to give the color for this P. Color means to say background color. So what you need to do, again you will write the style attribute and then give the background color property, and then you can make it blue. Okay, so you can see now you are getting the blue background color for this paragraph. But here you can see in the body, if you given this a style attribute and the property you use background color, and same property you are using here also, but here you use, so it came for all of the website, but here if you're using it only coming for this paragraph. Why? Because body is something which is the whole website. It's not only a specific particular HTML element, but here if you will see the P tag, it's only for that particular HTML element where you are giving. So body consists of whole part, that's why we close body, and whatever content we want for a website, that we write in middle of the body. Understood? So this is the particular HTML element, that's why we are getting only for the paragraph, and body is something which takes your whole website. That's why we are getting the background color in the whole website. Now in the same way, let's suppose you want to use some different property. How you can write? Just after the semicolon where your value ends, put the cursor here, type the other property name, which I'm going to use color, and then let's say for now I'm going to give the value white. So in the same way where your previous value ends, start writing from there the different property which you want to use, and after writing the property you need to give this single colon, which is must in middle of the property and value. Then I given the value for the given property, okay, and then in last, to make our browser understand like our value is done, so you need to give this semicolon. Now if you will come here, you can see by default you will get black, but if you want to change it, you can use the color property. So you can give any color, let's say instead of white, if I'm going to use any different color, let's say green or something. Now if you will come, it will give you some greenish color. So in this way you can give the style to a website. So now here our first topic ends. Now in the next video we are going to learn how many type of CSS we have and in how many ways we can write it. That we will discuss in the next class. If you want to ask me anything, then ask me in comment section. Stay tuned, like, comment and subscribe.